Nairobi, where passenger plane has crashed into a Lake Victoria in Tanzania. A number of casualties, passengers unconfirmed as rescue operations are underway. Rescue operations are underway right now, viewers. The passenger airplane crashed this morning at Lake Victoria in Tanzania in a place called Bukoba. The plane which was traveling to Bukoba had 49 passengers and 23 have been rescued so far, according to the authorities. So getting some updates, a global international update coming in of a passenger plane which has crashed into Lake Victoria in Tanzania. The number of casualties right now is unconfirmed, but we can tell you is that 23 people have been rescued. That plane was carrying around 49 passengers. And we can also tell you that passenger airplane crashed this morning at Lake Victoria. Samiksha is joining us from the Mumbai newsroom. Samiksha, what are the details we are picking up right now of this developing story coming from Tanzania?
Well, Shivangi, I have these visuals right beside me. These are the visuals that show how this passenger plane, crashed early this morning into Lake Victoria. What we are given to understand is that this plane had 49 passengers on board. 23 we understand have been rescued. We do not yet know what is the status with the others in this case. So the status of more than 26 passengers is still unknown, but those are the dramatic visuals coming in this hour, in which you can see this plane that crashed at Lake Victoria in Bukoba in Tanzania. In fact, this incident that happened early Sunday morning, which is today morning, visuals that show how the plane is submerged in the lake and the rescue operations as we speak is still underway. The status of more than 26 passengers is still unknown. So what we are given to understand that 49 passengers were on board this plane. 23 have been rescued, while the status of 26 people is still not known. Now, this is a passenger plane that crashed in Lake Victoria as it was approaching, just approaching the Bukoba airport. So that is known so far. No word on casualties yet, but the status of 26 passengers is still unknown, Shivangi.
Right. So, Samiksha, you're taking us to the details, and our viewers can also see the visuals on the screen. These are circulated on social media, where you can see visuals of that plane which has crashed into that lake. Now, Samiksha, if you could also take us to the rescue operations which are taking place right now. We know that 23 people have been rescued, you were telling us. And are there any details trickling in so far about the reason behind such an incident taking place?
Reports that are just coming in, it seems the weather was bad. So what we're given to understand that the weather conditions were not really favorable, and this incident happened very close to the Bukoba airport. The visuals in which you can see how the personnel are still in this particular river, which is the Lake Victoria, as the plane crashed. As I just mentioned, just to give a recap of what is known so far, the incident happened early this morning. It had 49 passengers on board. 23 passengers have been rescued safely. The status of 26 others, beg your pardon, it's still not known. So very little known so far. Also, we understand is that the weather condition was not really in favor, which is probably why the plane crashed in this particular lake, Shivangi.
Right. All right. So basically, viewers, Samiksha is trying to get us all the details. Samiksha is saying that number of casualties are not known yet. And she also is adding the rescue operations are underway. Now, what do you see on your screen is the visuals which are circulated on social media, where the plane had crashed into the lake and it is submerged in the lake. All right, getting some more visuals coming in. It's a new picture of the rescue operations. This is the picture of a rescue operation which is taking place, where we can see that some people are being escorted off the plane. That's what it looks like right now. The rescue operations are still underway, viewers, and we are getting more details. Details are trickling in on this international development, where a passenger plane had crashed in Tanzania, and it crashed in a lake called Lake Victoria this morning. And because of bad weather, like Samiksha from Mumbai newsroom was telling us, that this could be because of bad weather, because the state media was also saying that there was storm and heavy rains, which could have led to this incident taking place.